Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Thursday, October 23rd, 2014. Okay, CPI yesterday, pretty much in range. Petroleum status report, I don't understand what that is, so I'm not going to comment on it. I don't know if if a number is good or bad. I really don't know. Really, only going to worry about huge deviations in expectations. Okay, for today we have jobless claims at 8:30, the PMI manufacturing index flash report at 9:45, and I believe that is it for the day. Lots of announcements for today, but not many that potentially could affect the market. Let's take a look at what's going on overseas. Why is that so far down? There's some junk here. Advertisement, I guess. We're looking at Asia. Slightly bearish overall, with a few bulls hanging in there. And in Europe, we're pretty mixed, I would say, to slightly bearish. All right, I didn't really look at any other news up here. Okay, so it's Chipotle healthier than McDonald's? Really? Huh. I didn't know that. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get right into what's going on here. We're looking at a gap up at the open and the VIX dropping down. Let's bring up the big four and take a look at it graphically. Overnight, we were pretty steady most of the night, and then we got this pop right here. I don't know what happened. Maybe some announcement in China or Asia or some European thing. Let's get European markets open. Probably about this time, I would say, yeah. And gold is trickling lower. Oil took a kind of a big hit yesterday. It's not down to the low, but it's a pretty big hit. And the VIX popped up a little bit in yesterday's pullback, and then it's trailing off early today. So that's it for that. And we're going to try to finish up timely manner today. I did enter this Russell bear call, and we'll take a look at that as we go through our scan. Okie dokie, starting right off with Apple. We have a target set up here. We have to wait for that one to simmer on the back burner a tad longer. Amazon earnings. They're expecting Amazon to show a loss. Really? So that's today after the market close. And we're not touching that one. Boeing. They had their earnings. Yeah, they had good earnings and a huge red bar. Was that before the market? Yes, that was before the market. So it had all day to think about it, and people weren't happy for whatever reason. I don't know how much more Boeing can do. Airplanes, well, I think mostly airplanes. I don't know what else they do. Okay, so we have Baidu here with earnings coming up, but it looks like as though we have our moving average bending up here, and we've been that way for quite a while on the intraday. And on the weekly, it's still heading up, although we've had a lot of price consolidation in the last couple of months. So it's a little bit confusing there, but definitely not going to be doing anything there. Chipotle, healthier than McDonald's, quite possibly. 386, actual was 415. So that should have given it a big pop. I don't know what's going on. if you want to take a bet on Amazon, looking at all these other ones whose at least earnings per share has been looking pretty good. I don't know why. I didn't delve into their actual report. Maybe they're guiding lower. I don't know. So I would say that if you want to take a bet, you would buy a put on Amazon today. That's just the only way that I can think of to play it. Buy a put that's far enough out, but affordable. You have to kind of find that happy spot and do it that way. All right, Costco. We're definitely, looks like we might be trending up here. On these two other time frames, we're up, but on the daily, we're still consolidated, choppy, etc., etc. Their earnings, that's fairly good. The market apparently, though, didn't like it, but now I guess you might say common sense is returning. It did a fairly good job yesterday on the big pullback, so this looks pretty solid. I want to throw a target in down here. And let's take a look quickly at the Dow here. This is our megaphone pattern. Actually, over time, we may come up here to meet this, but we'll just see if we can get a move up and then a pullback here, or if it's going to continue and maybe head up for a new high. We'll see how that works out. We can take a quick peek at GLD. We're in an up pattern here. I'm saying that, well, here's all this junk again. See, and I've been saving. I go up here to setup, and I say save the workspace after I clean up all the charts, and then eventually this stuff comes back. I don't know. All right. Anyway, we're headed down here into a 50 delta, so I'm putting them down for today. Excuse me, let me correct that. That is a 20 delta target there, not a 50. So it is ripe for that today. What else do we have? Google was out there yesterday for a bear call, and it did not give us our hook, so it's still out there for today, and that is a 50 delta. Alright, what else do we have? A bunch of other ones. Make sure that we mention whether or not they were on the list for yesterday or not. LinkedIn, we have earnings coming up. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. NDX was on our 20 delta list for yesterday. We got a hook on the stochastic, but no confirmation on the MACD. Still have an alert sitting up here. We almost hit that alert. Remember, I put it mid candle from Monday or Tuesday. I almost triggered it. All right, Netflix. We're not sure what's going to be happening with Netflix here, but I think I'm going to slide this up because I'm curious. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen here with Netflix. I want to know if it's pulling back. Just simply because we're in a downtrend here. Now this is actually, I'm bearish on Netflix, so I'm putting them into the. This actually qualifies for a 50 delta. A little soon after earnings, but I'm throwing it up here anyway. And if I don't like it, I'll back off to a 20 delta, but I'm interested in a 50 delta on Netflix. Alright, Priceline. They were on our radar screen for yesterday, and we actually did get confirmation here on the MACD. I'm still looking at this and thinking here. I'm going to put them down again for today. So if we get a continuation down, I want to bring this up to right about there. There. And we'll make it alertable. If it doesn't move down, I'm not going to do it. Alright, next up is Russell, which we entered yesterday. We are at 1130 level up here with a $2 credit with expiration next Friday, which is the Oct 5 expiration. We got our hooks down here. I got in this one just before noon, actually. It was right around here on this candle, I do believe. So that was a pretty good one. I had to take a $10 spread on it though, so and this is a good 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio here. $2 on a $10 spread. That's almost exactly 5-to-1. Not counting the credit part of it, of course. Okay, and it looks like we might get a $5 pop roughly at the open, and I can absorb that here. $5 from this spot yesterday is 1101 or something like that. So it will open right around here, and hopefully it doesn't go too far today. SPX was not on our radar screen for yesterday. I am looking for a bullish trade on this with a bull put credit spread. But I'm going to want to know if it's going to move down today as well, so I'm going to change my alert there just to let me know. I probably should take a look at things if we're looking like we're going to gap up today and I'm not here to see it and I get an alert. It's like, okay, we're headed down. Tesla was on for a 50 delta yesterday and we actually got it. So this is alertable today, actually. So I'm going to throw an alert here at or below, and this alert triggers, we will be getting in with a bear call on Tesla. Alright, and last but not least is Visa. We'll finish up a little bit earlier today. This is alertable as well. I'm not going to trade it. This earnings out here, with IV increasing, we're at 47%. I wish I could graph this daily to see whether it's going up or not. I'm sure it is. I'm quite sure it is. Visa's earnings are next week, and if I do a trade on Visa, what's going to happen is IV is going to increase. Even if price is moving in my direction, my theta is not going to be accumulating. So if I wanted to get out early, I may end up getting out early with little or no gain, or maybe even a slight loss, even with price moving in my direction. I plan on making a dedicated video about that. I have a lot of plans for videos, don't I? I need to get to them. That's the secret. Alright, so I'm going to put this alert down here, but I'm not going to put it down in the comments underneath the video just because I don't think it's a good idea. But we'll watch it anyway. Maybe we'll do a simulated trade on it, and then we'll keep an eye on it. How's that? Alright, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.